Ugh, like that. Perfect. Am I taller than I thought? Okay, this is perfect. Perhaps. Oh, I need more coffee. All right, I think we're ready. Let's begin. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Georgia Bridgers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I think that's a thing I do, like point, wink, shimmy. I'm a star, what can I say? I was born for the stage. Hello, beautiful people. Oh my god, I thought that was summer.
Was the shower too loud? Is that why you just started?
No, I've just been stalling, per usual. Be gone. Hello, beautiful people. How are you today? I hope well. Hi, I'm Georgia Bridgers. I am a bisexual LGBTQ content creator here on the tube, also on the TikTok, the Insta, the Twitter, whatever you may have. I extremely enjoy posting gay videos, gay advice, gay education, whatever I can get my greedy little hands on. Now that we're all caught up, I feel like the beginning of my videos are always like the episode recaps where you're like, ugh, skip. For those of you that stick around, you're welcome for the extra bit of the show. Anyway, hey, I'm Georgia. I'm bisexual. I came out in 2018 publicly on the internet, but I have been coming out to people, this, that, and the other since around 2016. As I stated before, I'm an advice gal. I am that person in the friend group where people are like, Georgia, tell me what to do, and I tell them what to do, and then I never take my own advice, but that is neither here nor there. And if you didn't notice, I am in New York City right now, back in New York after leaving from March because of, you know, the pandemic. It's loud as hell, so ignore, thank you. Today I am going to be talking about advice for how to figure out your sexuality. As I say with all my advice videos, this is not the end all, be all, tell all. How many phrases can I use with the word all? Whatever. This is not the only way to figure out your sexuality. This is just a very concise format of what I did to help me further fully accept my sexuality, but with little tweaks here and there of what I wish I did that would have helped me in my journey. So I have come up with 5 steps for how you can begin to realize your sexuality and let yourself kind of go down that journey. Let's do it. Woohoo! My first piece of advice for figuring out your sexuality is to take a deep breath and relax. Believe you me, I completely understand that when you start to have a twinge that you might not be straight, panic goes through your body. At least that's what happened to me. I was terrified because I thought that straight was the only thing I could be. I did not allow myself to ponder anything else in life. So I went into my sexuality journey with nothing but anxiety. I was scared. It is a scary thing, but it doesn't need to be. One thing that I would really suggest you do is take a second and just relax. Understand that this is something that you are going to allow yourself to explore. You don't need to be nervous and tense because this is for you. So breathe. Have you breathed? Oh, okay. All right. My second step is to do some research. We live in a day and age full of social media and the internet and so much education literally right on our fingertips. I was pretty lucky back then in 2016 to also be able to use the internet as the biggest tool in my coming out journey. YouTube, in fact, following other gay, bisexual, lesbian YouTubers helped me immensely in my journey. I feel like there is a lot of people with so many different stories all out on the internet. There is someone that you can find some kind of special connection with and can look up to them in a certain way. That's what I did. That helped immensely. And when I say do your research, I mean like really deep dive and go in. There are so many different labels and sexualities and gender identities that everyone can find in their own special way. I did not really talk to anyone when I started my coming out journey because, again, I was scared. So I relied heavily on the internet. I actually even read fan fiction. I'm gonna say it, fan fiction, gay fan fiction, helped me in my coming out journey because, well, I love fiction books. That's the genre of books that I enjoy reading. So getting to indulge in something that I love, like reading, but in a gay way, also helped me further confirm my journey of bisexuality. Use the internet in any way you like. Hell, there are even artists out there today who have beautiful music, beautiful gay music for us to indulge in even more. Whatever floats your boat, it's out there on the internet. So use that as a tool for yourself. So my next extremely important piece of advice for figuring out your sexuality is do not put a time limit on yourself. I cannot harp on that enough. Do not put yourself into a box or a time limit where you're like, I need to figure out one single word that describes who I am in the next month, in the next week, etc., etc., etc. This is your journey, your coming out journey. It does not need to be on the clock. It has no place on the clock. The only place it has is in your heart. By putting a time limit on yourself, you're stressing yourself out even more. It could lead to false identities where you feel rushed to identify in a certain way. Just relax. Give yourself the time you need. Hell, time is a man-made construct. What is time? That's a whole nother video. Do not let the clock be your end-all be-all. And that also goes into labels. What I also highly suggest is to not try and force yourself into a label. I just so happen to be on the spectrum of people who enjoy and find solace and comfort in using the label bisexual. It's my sexuality. But sexuality is such a broader spectrum than just LGBTQ. You do not have to identify in a certain way. You do not have to put a label on yourself. Like, I didn't go into my journey being like, okay, I am bisexual, time to confirm that. No, it was like, I think I'm bisexual, I'm not entirely sure, so I guess we'll just kind of see what happens. You don't need to focus on one thing at the end of the day. The only thing you need to be focusing on is your love and your soul and what feels right for you. All right, my next piece of advice is to do some serious self-reflection and allow yourself to do some self-reflection. I had twinges that I potentially liked girls all the way back in grade school and then again in high school. And I shut that down so quickly because, well, it wasn't an option for me. I didn't feel like I could ever live a life that was not me with a husband. I didn't let myself feel. I didn't let myself think and understand those emotions. And that ended up hurting me more than anything. So then we go into my freshman year of college, and once again I'm like, there is something going on up here and here that makes me think that I like girls. Being in college gave me the independence that I needed to further explore my sexuality without any outside factors. For the first time ever, I let myself think and feel and understand those emotions. I did so much journaling. I swear to God, my hand almost fell off. But journaling is what helped me more than anything. I love just kind of freeform writing what's going on up here. Sometimes I get really caught up in my head, so when I have a pen and a paper in my hand and I'm able to put it out, it's a lot easier for me to put my thoughts together properly. And it immensely helped me in my coming out journey because I was able to write down what I was feeling. Ice cream truck going by. Who's gonna get an ice cream truck in New York City during a pandemic? No one. So anyway, I journaled, I prayed a lot. I grew up in the Catholic school system, so when I got to college, I was like, screw religion, that's not for me. But you can find previous videos of me talking about being queer and religious. So I prayed, but your own individual likings and what drives and fills your soul can help you immensely in your coming out journey. Like what I said before, talking about the internet, if you're a songwriter, if you love writing poems, if you love doing art or dance or anything, do what you need to do that makes your soul happy, that can help you figure out what's going on with your love and what's on your mind. For me, that was journaling and reading and making YouTube videos. Your passion can help you bring you to where you need to be. It's who you are, so obviously it's going to work in tandem with how you love at the end of the day. I cannot with this ice cream truck. Okay, they turned it off. My final piece of advice for how to figure out your sexuality is to, no matter what, no matter how scary or how hard it gets, for the love of God, you need to have love at the forefront of your mind in all of this. That's one thing that I really wish that I did in my coming out journey. I was so caught up in the nerves and the emotions of fear that I didn't really get to have fun. One thing that I'm realizing is that your sexuality, it's about who you're attracted to, who you love at the end of the day. So have love in there for yourself. Love what you are about to experience. And I know that's hard to say because there are people who do have different situations where perhaps a family is homophobic or you will not be met with the kind of support that every person should have when they come out. What's most important to understand is that a really big thing in the LGBTQ community is chosen family. And there is a family of people waiting out there who will love you, except for that guy. But there is a family of people out there who will love you and accept you no matter what, no matter what. So letting yourself lead with love during this super special, exciting time in your life, that's what this is all about. This is all about love at the end of the day. Well, the beginning, middle, and the end of the day. So let yourself experience that love because you deserve to, and you deserve to have love not only for whoever that person may be at the end of the day, but for yourself as well. You are so deserving of love. You are so deserving of happiness, and your sexuality does not take away that factor in any point of your life. In fact, it should just bring more. So those are my 5 pieces of advice for how to start to navigate your sexuality journey. Again, those are not the only 5 pieces of advice that go into figuring out your sexuality. Those are just 5 things that I wish I had done that I kinda did in my coming out journey as well. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. You always have love and support here, no matter what stage of your coming out journey or not coming out journey may be. There's love here no matter what for you. I love you. Don't forget to be your best self. I'll see you in next week's video. And yeah, that's all. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.